What's good, big brother Jake here. This is episode 2 to a 2-part series. The first part was arguing why you should go to college, and this one is going to be saying why you shouldn't go, right? First of all, it's insanely expensive and only keeps getting more expensive, like by a big amount, whereas the salaries they're paying aren't going up by a big amount. So the amount of debt is definitely a reason not to go when you could make good money without all that debt. Second of all, you aren't guaranteed a good job. I know a lot of people who get the degrees, like it's computer science degrees, super oversaturated, right? Before they used to make I know a guy who's straight out of college and made $120K a year, Nigerian dude at 22. But I know other people who couldn't get a job and then had to just go be servers, right? So it's not guaranteed. So that's a big part of it, especially if you don't have good talking skills and you're not going to be able to do good in a career fair or an interview. That would be a negative. No guaranteed. Also, the college skills don't really teach real world skills, right? You usually have to get to the job and then get trained anyways, right? So that could be a reason to also avoid it, depending on what career you want to get into. And you can learn everything online. I'm looking at my notes right now. You can learn everything that you learn online, especially a lot of my college classes that I had taken, you would learn off of certain books that you can just buy even without going to the school, right? It'd be $100 books. You can just buy the book without actually going. Ooh, another reason. It wastes your prime years, right? So I know people who went and made good money. I know people who didn't go and they just locked in. Those 4 years they would have been in school, they were working 60-hour weeks, locking the hell in. And now they make 6 figures anyways. I know a guy who worked at a retail store and then got promoted all the way to store manager in his early 20s, making $70K a year, no college at all. He just worked at the same retail store all the way from high school up until, early 20s. Now he just transferred to another retail store, to Banana Republic, and now they increased his salary. Now he's making almost $100,000 a year, still under 25, still no college degree. So there are a lot of other opportunities. I also know a guy who does welding, and he makes pretty good money every hour. I know a guy who started a business who sells t-shirts. He makes good money. Actually, I know a guy who makes jeans as well, who has a sewing machine, makes them out of his bedroom, right? And he doesn't have to work a proper job. He can have his piercings and tattoos and everything, and he's making good money and he's enjoying his life, and he's doing really good. I mean, he'll probably have a great career ahead of him, right? Also, I know guys who did trade school and certificates, some kind of radiology school thing that was a lot less expensive than college. I have a friend who did that and makes pretty good money as well. Let's see, what else? Also, the world is just changing. A lot of jobs now don't actually require the degree. There are certain jobs where you can have the degree or you can not have the degree and get the same exact job. And if you just get the work, and work experience is more important than the degree. So if you can get that work experience while you're younger, that can be a lot more than a degree, right? Because you got years of experience over the guy who went to college, right? And also, if you're in the top 5% of people who are disciplined, and you know that, and you are strong on that, you are in the top 5%, then I'm extremely confident you can outperform someone following a traditional career as an accountant, for an example, who's an average just American Joe, right? If you got that will to work and you need to succeed and you're going to keep putting in those hours in your own business or your own craft, you're just going to do good. Even if it takes years and you're willing to stay with it, you'll do good. My last reason is, even though on average, with a degree you make more, maybe making more isn't your goal. Not everyone wants to necessarily be super rich. Everyone's definition of success isn't the exact same, right? So for that reason, you might not need it. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. Big brother Jake signing out. Please show some love. Laters.